सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय Ramakrishna Te Namaha. The Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, verse 12. Longing for success of actions. Here, they worship the gods, for in the human world, success from action comes quickly. Kangshanta karmanam siddhim yajanta iha devataha Shipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. Longing for success. Everybody longs for success. Everybody feels that their efforts should be crowned with success. But we know not all people are successful, obviously. It wouldn't have been a society at all. If everybody would have become successful in whatever they do, success is a result of long and sustained karma, endeavor. It's not like a flash in the pan. If it's a flash in the pan, that success is going to leave you. So longing for success from actions, whatever people do, karma, rituals, rites, meditation, anything. These people, they worship the gods. Now, we can explain this on two levels. One, on the traditional level, we have the office of many minor gods, saints, etc. And what happens is we go and worship these deities, we offer devotion in return for success. Please give me a job, please have my daughter married off, and this and that, and my child is studying, may he pass, and all these votaries of these gods, they go and ask them. You will see most of the places of worship filled with applications for help. Oh God, give me this. Oh God, give me that. Oh God, give me this. For in the human world, success from actions come quickly. This is another fact. If you want success, you work. Simply sitting and doing and dreaming, what happened? I'm a dreamer. You stay in a dream. Come down to the real world and work. This is the best place to attain anything through work. So there are people who long for success. They don't want to put in that much effort. Because the higher the goal, the more the effort, more intense the karma that's required. The smaller the goals, lesser the effect. Success comes. What we do then is try to take shortcuts. What we do then is appropriate other people's success. What we do then is go and associate with people who are successful, who are beautiful, who are rich. And we go and try to kind of have some reflected glory. There are all these kind of people. They have not put in that kind of effort. You see the results of any successful action, whether it's an athlete, whether it's an astronaut, whether it's a businessman, anybody. It's been years and years and years. People don't see all those years of effort that have gone through in that final moment of success. We see only that person is successful. Well, and that's the reason why we are frightened about this kind of, deterred rather, of these years and years of effort. Oh no. We tend to kind of become hypocrites. We lie, we cheat, we steal, thinking that we'll have some success there. Even there, we are exposed after some time. So he's saying, Kangshantha, longing, Karmanam Siddhim, in success and work, people worship these various gods. Now, beauty and love and name and fame and money and all these things become a god, as it were. These are our gods, and society, people worship these. You see? Who are the new gods and goddesses? The successful people in the world. The media runs towards them, the people runs towards them, everybody's converging towards these people. Why? Because they are the new gods, the successful gods. We may criticize them, some of us, but somehow we kind of appreciate them also. Oh yeah, the guy is rich, or the guy is successful, the guy is beautiful. So these are the gods. We worship all these gods. In the traditional meaning of the verses, there are these lower gods, not the supreme God that people go to. I remember one time I had gone to a place in India which is very famous for its worship of Kali. Everywhere I had heard that, oh, this is a place where Kali is worshipped in every home. And annually also, of course. So I was taking a walk down the street, and I was seeing there are, in India we have temples all over the place. Big temples, small temples, under the trees, under the bridges, under everywhere. There's sometimes in the middle of the road, you'll have. So that is important. You're not important. You take a detour and go. So I seen, wow, see, everywhere Kali is being worshipped. Kali's temples and here, there, everywhere on the street. You can say half a mile you go, there's a temple and people are worshipping. So I was telling a friend of mine, now I know why this place is called a place of Kali. Saying, yeah, the Kali is worshipped here. But you go and see what temple is that? I said, yeah, I can see that deity, that image, black. Obviously, Kali is black in color, standing out there. Now go and have a closer look. I went in, what's that? What's this? I asked my friend. There? That is Shani. Shani? It's a minor, very minor god which is associated with the planet Saturn. So what's that? Yeah, these are the minor gods that are worshipped because these gods, they obstruct, and when they obstruct, your life is miserable. When they leave your path, success is kind of quick. And that God also is kind of black-faced. I said, oh God, it was so kind of a big letdown for me. Oh, They should worship Kali. Yeah, they do, but then this also is there. These gods are there, the minor gods. And that set me thinking, yes, intriguing. It exactly reflects this verse. Desiring success, people, they worship all these small gods. You go to a shrine of a saint, and then you put some offerings of candles or flowers or something like that. There are some saints with different kind of needs. So various saints in every religion you have, and you go and pray. Today is a feast of so and so saint. The saint of carpenters and blacksmiths and sailors and everything. You will have saints and gods for everything. So instead of going to the supreme God, no, wait. We go down to these guys. And what do they do? The gods, these kind of gods, they enable some karma to come back to you. That you have worked something, and something as if it were kind of stuck. They remove those obstructions. There is also, in the 18th chapter, there are the 5 factors. The 4 factors are in our hand. There is another factor, the 5th factor, Daivam Chaiva Atra Panchamam. Another factor which is out there, which is in the custody of the gods. You please me, I'll give it to you quickly. There, take it. So, that verse, of course, speaks of it from a different context. But all our success depends on us and some unseen factors. Because we don't know when we work, there are so many obstacles and so many factors that are involved. My attitude, somebody else's attitude, because I don't work alone. When I'm alone, I don't work. I only think. I do mental work, but that mental work will be a figment of my imagination if I don't translate it through the body and in the world. Yeah, so what happens is, that person has been meditating. Suppose you're saying mental work, person has been meditating for years and years, but that meditation also has to be translated down into your workaday world. If that person is selfish and annoying, then you wonder what happened with that meditation. It's not being translated. So, there's a disconnect here. Karma, success in anything, has to be brought down from the levels of your motor organs down to the world. And that world understands this is success. So there is an innate drive in each and every one for success in anything we do. We are not fools, We are goal-driven creatures. If we don't have a goal, there's something wrong with you. As simple as that. You have to have a goal. We are all goal-driven. And it must have started long ago. We have been evolving for millions of years, and that was that. Why do you do anything? To get something. This world is a world of give and take. You give something and receive something. And the world kind of comes to you because of your work. You are then, as I say, worshipped. The world's elements and all the world's factors, they will come to you and they will offer. This is the result of your work. Take it. Oh, I don't want it. No, you worked for it. Take it. This is that law of karma. You work, comes back to you. So the more you work, the quicker things come to you. But like I said, there are certain things that obstruct. And these gods, they help in its eradication. So success comes to you. So why is success quickly attained in this world? Yeah, this is a world of work. It's a karma bhumi. Karma bhumi, yes. This in Sanskrit, karma, and bhumi, world of work. We are born because of karma. We grow because of karma. We are educated, we learn, we do everything through karma. Karma here is a king. Yes. That's karma rules everything. As you sow, so shall you reap. Do it properly, keep on doing it. So in this world, for the human world, success from actions comes quickly. So this is what it is. Karma bhumi. This is also, India is called a punya bhumi. No? Why? Because here you can become anything you want. So there is a tremendous power within karma. Many people think, oh, karma, it's a bondage. See, it's a bondage. If you do work, you're bound. No, there's tremendous power in karma. And this is what the Lord is trying to awaken. There is a power in karma. And it's not a dull and insentient law that works mechanically. It's a sentient world. The laws are sentient. Because behind every karma, behind every thought, there is something called consciousness. Everything is kind of blended with consciousness. Your karma also is conscious. And the more conscious you are while you're working, the more powerful it becomes. Most of you must have, when you are reciting something mechanically and your attention wanders, you're thinking of something else, and by the time you bring it back, oh, part of your mind repeated that mechanically. Your attention wavered, then it was brought back. Then there's a kind of a pop and a kind of a awakening. Oh, when the mind is brought back, that repetition or chanting becomes, powerful. When the attention is there and you're repeating it mechanically, you're seeing things mechanically, you're doing things mechanically, you're eating, sleeping, mechanically. Why? Your attention is somewhere else. Then life becomes mechanical. Your karma becomes mechanical. It has no power. That punch is not there. So what do? You bring your attention back to what you do in everything, yes. That brings in the power in karma. Then you are unstoppable. It is because our minds are scattered, minds so restless, we are doing things unconsciously, out of habit. And we make a big show of, oh yes, we are so successful. No. The person who is consciously working, that person will never get satisfied till he or she reaches the very end. And not only that, a successful person, if the person is really successful, he will help others also become successful. He will share that his or her success with others. Otherwise, that success is only half, 50%, because it's selfishness. Because many people have contributed to your success. Inevitably, we think, I did all the work, I will be successful. Yes, you did the work, but there are unseen factors. There were there are many factors. People, places, things, the country, everything has contributed to one's success. So you got to be grateful for them. And from the classical explanation, the gods also come and help you. So here you are. Your success is hard work, yes. Inspiration, yes. Plus the contributions of the whole world. So when we remember that, our success will not make us kind of dizzy. It will not make us kind of a hideous creature, a people who run away from us. No. We will acknowledge, yes, my success was due to so many things. Like they say, behind every successful man is a woman. So, yeah. This is success in the world, and people desire it. Shipram, quickly, Shipram hi manushe loke, in the world, the human world, siddhir bhavati karmaja. Success is born. The success comes quickly from karma. Okay, the next one is चातुर्वर्ण्यं मया सृष्टं गुणकर्म विभागशः तस्य कर्तारमपि मां विद्य कर्तारमव्ययम्. Yeah. The four castes have been created by me through a classification of the gunas and karma. Even though I am the creator of that act of classification, still know me to be a non-creator and changeless. Now this has been a verse that is kind of interpreted variously. First is the Lord says, yeah, I've created these divisions in society. You did it? Yeah. But from the highest standpoint, God is not the creator. He says, know me to be a non-creator and changeless. So from the relative standpoint, we see that there has to be an agent who creates everything. No two things in the world are similar, you see. Try to find out. If you see two things similar, nature will delete one. Because nature is kind of very stingy. No? She won't waste her resources on two similar things. She'll just keep one thing. So we have the whole of nature creating this diversity. Every snowflake is different from the other. Every drop of water is different from the other. Every grain of sand is different from the other. Every star and every planet and everything in this universe is different from each other. Why? Yes, because this diversity itself is the basis of creation. When you say there's creation, creation means diversity. So the Lord says, I have created the fourfold divisions. What are these fourfold divisions? See? They are based on the gunas, that is the qualities. What are these qualities? The qualities are sattva, rajas, and tamas. These are the qualities of nature, within nature. Nature works and brings in this diversity through these triple forces, which are embedded in nature. It, take it as a kind of a sattva is that the highest form of vibration. And as the vibration become more and more dense, it becomes rajas. And then it even condenses even more, it becomes tamas. So this whole universe of vibration is creating all these things. So we see it in nature. Every object is made of these three qualities. Every bodies are made of these three qualities. Every, you can say, human mind, all minds are made out of three qualities. This is the basic material of nature. Prakriti, Trigunatmika. This Maya is made out of three qualities. So these three qualities, they cover from the blade of grass to the highest being called Brahma, the highest God. Everything is composed of these three qualities, sattva, rajas, and tamas. But not in that static combination. There are some things in this universe that have more sattva guna. There are some with more rajaguna. There are some with more tamaguna. So what is the light, passions, and indolence and darkness? Knowledge. So later on, he will give the classification of what is the, you can say, expression of sattva guna. We'll see this later because it comes out in the 18th chapter. We will, however, briefly mention it here. But before you can go, let us see what this society means. This whole universe forms into kind of groups, clumps. We have a society of bees, we have a society of gorillas, and we have a society of ants. They are all organized, you see. Everything in the universe is organized. You have schools of fish, and we have flocks of birds. Everything has got a kind of a group, you know. Why? Why is that? For food and for security and for transmitting your genes to the future generation for survival. And we have this whole universe is made of groups and groups and everything. It's very difficult to find something alone. Once I remember I had gone to a place where there was only the flat plain and one tree in the middle of nowhere. I said, wow, look at that. Then after some time, it's going to die, poor guy, after a while. Then I asked around, oh no, that was a big forest around here. That this tree is a lone survivor. It's going to be like that. Forest is a clump. Everything comes in a group. You can't survive alone. Another place I had gone, there was one small hill like that. There was nothing around. One hill? How can that be?
Swami, even conspiracy theorists know if Bigfoot exists, it can't be just one Bigfoot.
They're good luck to them. It's always like that. It's always. So that lone hill, I said, no, then there has to be some factors that have denuded or kind of, the other hills have been withered away through erosion and wind and all these things. So there's one final hill was standing. Even that will go. Nothing exists alone on its own. Everything You have flowers and fruits, everything. Like I said,
Frogs.
sorry?
Frogs.
Oh yes, frogs.
Alone.
Why, why leave the poor frogs alone, away? Everything in this universe, from the lowest to the highest, from the what we have now, the COVID-19. See how it's not alone. It proliferates and jumps and proliferates there and jumps and proliferates. So bacteria and viruses and everything, insects, they are in a group. And when they are in a group, there's a group dynamics that takes place. That group dynamics is called society. In Latin, it's called socii, that means allies, or socio, that is friendship, kind of. This is, yeah, everything is kind of connected. Socios is a friendship, a comradeship, a relationship. Everybody is related to everybody else. And in a complex society like today, like we create a society. Suppose you're talking about Los Angeles. You have different groups of people interacting with each other. There's an interaction between a group, and there's an extra interaction between other groups. So this society is made of different groups interacting. And this is how we are creating a kind of a dynamics. And this dynamics is based on sex, on marriage, on education, on profession, on IQ, or whatever, on strength. We are, in a way, constantly trying to find our own level of existence, our own level of creativity, our own level of competency. And this competency, it's reflexive. It's not something you consciously do. It's unconscious. Your abilities, your qualities, your inner kind of attitudes puts you in a particular realm. This is your niche. Now you work out your destiny within a group. That's why in India, what happens was, one guy just cannot come out of that niche alone and say, you can go to hell. I'm leaving you. No. If you're going to leave, you're going to leave with the rest. Everybody, you raise everybody up. And that was the idea of society in ancient India. You start raising yourself along with the others. Your success dependent on others. Why do you leave them out of your success? Bring them up. So each individual puts his or her efforts for the greater good of all. It's always like that. One person's karma brings greater good to sometimes millions and millions of people. A scientist trying to kind of tinker with some genes, with some disease resistance, you can see wheat or heat resistance wheat will benefit billions of people. If that scientist would have kept, no, this is for me, I am a great scientist. What have you done? I have created a variety of wheat that is heat resistant. So you say, give it to us. No, that's mine. That can never be. The social dynamics itself will let that person offer his or her karma or work or success to others. And this dynamics raises everybody up. So the more powerful your karma is, the more you can raise everybody up. That was the reason why they say when incarnations used to come, they knew how society would grow, and slowly and surely they kept on putting those remedies at the proper place. They knew society is not the goal of human life. We're not going to build a perfect society. There's no such thing as a perfect society. Sorry. The goal always has to be something larger, beyond society, that transcends society. Society is the means. So the smallest, the unit of social life is the individual. Individuals interacting with each other form groups and kinships and tribes. And these keeps on growing, and they meet other tribes, and then they keep on interacting, and this is how we grow. Swami Vivekananda say, we learn to bear and forbear. We need to hold sometimes a anger and a hatred and a jealousies. This is the best place for us to grow as cultured human beings. It is society that gives us culture. It is society that makes us human. If we were alone in the forest, we would have had to live according to the rules of the forest. There's no one around, I'll do whatever I want, and slowly my behavior will reflect that wild animal behavior or a tame animal behavior, whatever. But when I live in society, I have to follow certain unwritten rules of society. If I go and punch everybody's nose at the slightest instigation, everybody else will go and come and punch my nose. So I know, no, I have to restrain. And this is what you keep on restraining yourself. Why? In order to grow. If you simply let loose the reins of the horse is going to run wherever it wants to. And it will take you and throw you down in those bushes, thorny bushes. But when you hold the horse by the rein, you tame it. And that tame horse is going to help you reach your destination. So our actions, our thoughts also are tamed by society, by others. When I live with others, I have to follow the social laws. There are some which are codified. There are some, we don't need to codify it. You understand it. It's reflexive. If somebody helps me, it is my understanding that I have to help somebody. I just cannot go and receiving help. After some time, the people around you will understand. This guy does not help. He receives and does not give. They will cut you off. You become isolated. So this is how the social dynamics works. And the Lord says that these dynamics have been created by me according to the qualities of nature and the various duties. Everybody has a duty. What duty do I have? What duty do you have? Duty first to myself, to God, to others, to the plants and animals and birds and bees and everything. I am responsible, so I should behave responsibly. I cannot behave irresponsibly, keep on being destructive of everything that I wake up in the morning and try to be as destructive as possible. I can't do that. That's why society honors people who have created something new, who have protected society. Always. They don't go and build a big statue for a drug kingpin. No. They'll Build a statue for a philanthropist, for an educator, for a soldier. Why? These are the guys who have put responsibility over themselves. They have put a nation above themselves. They have put human beings above themselves. They have put society above themselves. These people become acceptable and heroes in society, not other people. The other people, there are the destructive types, and we know what society does to these. Push these guys out, push these out, and keep a separate place called the jail system. The whole justice system was created just to keep these troublemakers out. Because society was meant for people who are going to carry their responsibilities. If you are going to be irresponsible, and this was from the very beginning, it's nothing new. From the very beginning, we had this ideal placed before us. So that's why he's saying, and in India, what was the ideal person, responsible person? That was the Brahmin. What was the Brahmin? The Brahmin was a god-like person. And it was my great fortune to have seen and interacted with so many people, godlike. That they looked human, but their actions and thoughts were so godlike, so divine. The whole of society was geared to create such people full of sattva. As the Bhagavad Gita says, Shamo, Dama, Tapas, Shaucham, Kshantir, Arjamayacha, Jnana, Vijnanam, Astikyam, Brahma, Karma, Swabhavajam. These things become natural. What? The Brahmin karma is natural because of the Sattva guna. What is? Shama, control of the external senses. Dhamma, control of the internal senses. So, Kshaucham, cleanliness, purity. Forgiveness, Kshanti. Uprightness, rectitude. And Jnana Vijnanam Astikyam, devoted to knowledge and its acquisition and its realization. This is, natural to these kind of people. So the whole of society was oriented towards going up to this level. These people, like Swami Vivekananda said, they don't stir but only melt down in love. These are the highest types of people. And this was the ideal person that society wanted to build. It does not kind of demean or denigrate other people, saying, yes, you have to come up to this ideal of sattva. Then we had the people, a little dominant rajaguna, and the secondary attributes of sattva. They were the kind of the heroic class. And society needs such people who will push society in that particular direction, makes it spread. Teja, Kshama, Dhriti, Kshaucham, Kshanti, Arjavam. So these are the people with great, you can say, brilliance, or great, you can say, power. Forgiveness is there. Dhanam Ishvara Bhavasya, the being charitable, and that feeling of lordship, the mastery over themselves. So we have various classes of people with those particular dominant qualities according to the qualities of sattva, rajas and tamas, which is found in all of nature. So the Lord says, I have created these. So when you see the colony of bees or the society of ants, oh, perfect. They are like they work in like clockwork. Everybody does their duties correctly. They are much more organized than human societies. Imagine. We may scoff at them, oh, they are kind of low. We cannot say they are low anymore. They are different. And they are showing us what adherence to duties and responsibilities can bring about in us. So here we have the whole of creation working out their karma within groups. And this group is situated in a bigger group. And that second group is situated in a bigger group. And in a bigger group. Till finally we come down to humanity. It depends on how you look at a person. You look at a person from the highest standpoint, this person is a human being. That is enough. Then you can even go higher. Oh, this is a living organisms. That is enough. Animals, they are all living, plants, birds. It's a beautiful world. It's there for us to see and to understand the Creator. Amazing world. So we try to go to the higher and higher and higher generalizations. And this is what does it lead us to? Divinity. Then we can understand, yes, this world is divine. It has been created by a divine agent. When you see it from the lower, you can say, levels or lower perception, this thing seems horrible and rancid and terrible, and you will get all the negative reviews. Raise yourself up higher and higher and higher and see the world as it is, the handiwork of the divine. And then you say, has been created by me through a classification of the gunas and the responsibilities. So he said, even though I am the creator of these classifications, know me to be a non-creator and changeless. So he sets in motion certain things. And it's up to us now to pick up that act of creation and push it further and further and further. He has given us the key, the opportunity, the platform. Work out your destiny. He himself, he or she, there's no gender there, is as it were a witness of this remarkable world of diversity, this creation. You know, Holy Mother says, nowadays humans are extremely clever. So why? Well, she is supposed to be the mother of all creation. So you say, why? They have even managed with their inventiveness to photograph God. Yeah. So even God is kind of showing appreciation for our combined efforts. So we must remember there's a responsibility given to you. This is the world of karma. Success can be attained through hard work, to persistence, and that success has to be shared with others. This makes for a better world, because ultimately each and every being has been originated from the Lord. We stop here for today. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu.